New city, new job, new life, same God. 6 months ago, I never thought I'd be where I am today. It all started when a visiting speaker came to our church and she singled me out of the audience and started to speak into my life. She began to talk about how in the next season there would be lots of travelling and connecting with people around the country, as well as a period of time of study. When she first gave me this word, I was super confused because I thought I had a plan for the year. It was only a week later that I was at a training camp run by UNASHAMED, where I was super challenged by the fact that so many of our young people think they have no purpose in life and that they're just a product of chance. Camp was an amazing time of freedom, prayer, outreach, making connections and teaching. It was here that I got some really solid foundations for my faith. We also talked about how we could implement what we've learnt into our local community. The opportunity to do an internship with UNASHAMED came up, and it was when this happened that I knew what the prophetic word the week before was all about. Everything started to fall into place and I knew that this was what God was calling me to do. Before I knew it, I was applying for Pathways Bible College and making plans to move to the Hawke's Bay. I had no idea where I was going to live, how I was going to support myself financially, or what the internship would even look like, but I knew I had to lay down everything and follow God's lead.
Hi, my name's Dave. I'm a pastor here at Bridges Church in Cambridge, and we've had the extreme privilege and honour just to journey with Louise. She first went to a 10-day training camp with Luke Collis, Unashamed Ministries, and she thought she was just going along to learn about sharing her faith and how to be evangelist. And really over that time, it totally flipped her upside down. She had a path. She was going on to do midwifery. And by the end of this course, she was asking God and asking people around her, do I throw that in and do I do this Pathways thing? Do I do this internship thing? And she made the crazy and brave decision to do it. And we had helped finance her into the 10-day course. And so when she was saying, I'm going to go do this thing, we as a church got behind her and prayer and finance and sent her out. And it's been so good. It's been life-changing. There's been some real hard moments for Louise, and I think God has really used those hard moments to speak and teach to her about what He's like. This hasn't been a cakewalk, and I know that she's wanted to throw it all in, but to her credit, she has remained faithful.
I can't emphasise enough that even though I knew God was in this, it was hard. It took faith, trust, and massive sacrifice. It was uncomfortable and it was risky, but I knew God was in it, and that was enough to keep me going. I really felt like one of Jesus' disciples. He told them to lay down their nets and follow Him, and that's what I had to do. I had to lay down everything I had and just trust that God had me. Not everyone understood, and I struggled with my fair share of doubt, but I just kept reminding myself that Jesus never said it was going to be easy, and that I had to trust Him no matter what. I've been super fortunate to work with Luke Collis, who's the director of Unashamed. He graciously took on the role as my ministry mentor, as well as my academic mentor, supporting me and helping me wherever he could. I've learned so much from Luke already, and the support from him and his wife Jess has been crucial to me settling into Unashamed. Keeping up with my spiritual mentor Jess has been a bit more challenging, as we've been relying on video calls and the chance to catch up when I'm back home. Jess and her husband Dave really helped me get the ball rolling in terms of moving down to the Hawke's Bay, as well as encouraging our church to get behind me and support me on this crazy adventure. When I moved down to the Hawke's Bay at the end of February, things started off pretty slowly, as I was settling into my new routine with study as well as learning the ropes of Unashamed. But it quickly took pace when we began preparing and organising for the future events. There was a lot of connecting with local youth pastors and key leaders in certain areas, as well as finding new areas for upcoming events. It was hard going to work every day preparing for something that was still months down the track, but on the 10th of June we were finally off to Rotorua. The event ran like clockwork. Everything went so smoothly and just fell into place. It was so cool to see that all the preparation and organisation that we put into it paid off. With the countdown ticking, teenagers flooded into the venue, all beaming with excitement. But secretly I think we were more excited than them. we knew that God was just about to move.
From my brothers in the four walls, got my bringing the living but more harder than before now, that's for sure. Keep the blood of Jesus Christ right over the walls. I could tell deep down that they're looking for more, that the lifestyle they're living they don't want no more. To the game down till they rise to gold, the only host of a prayer call upon the name of the Lord. So I pointed back to Christ, tell them what it's like, what we're doing in my life, what we're trying to fight. At the same time, trying to renounce some of the word of life, and the hope we able to serve their mind. Cause I already know the struggles that they go through, all the pathways that they gotta go through. Even if they know they're lost, so they're gonna fall, need to cover by prayers, it's so true. And I know that they want to, in my heart, and I know that they want you, but I know that they lost, and the cost gonna be heavy, and they're gonna need to pull through. See, I know that they want to, in my heart, Lord, I know that they want you, but I know that they lost, and the cost gonna be heavy, and they're gonna need to pull through. Lifting up my prayers, casting all of my cares, praying for my brothers, locked inside of the pen. Fans upon the outs, Lord, they need your help, how to find the strength. Deep within themselves, deep within themselves, deep inside themselves. Can't do it all by themselves. Lifting up my prayers, casting all of my cares, praying for my brothers, my brothers.
As I was sitting down towards the end of the night listening to Luke share the message, I was rattling with nerves and excitement about what God was about to do. But it was when Luke was just about to offer the response that the real nerves set in. I suddenly realised, what if nobody responds? But as soon as Luke called them, they came from all over the show. The whole altar was filled with teenagers, ready to give their lives to Jesus.
Yeah, I took a salvation and eternal life. So I'm praying for my brothers in the pen. Need your help to find you deep within. That the spirit of the living God to burn deep inside, cause they can turn it from their sins. See, I know that they're prideful, I believe they're a part of your revival. And I know it can be hard when you're walking through the yard, so I'm praying that you give your life to God.
How was it that despite the hours and hours we poured into the event, the countless prayers and times we surrendered it to Him, still doubt filled my mind? But it was at the same moment that I was extremely humbled. It's like God was saying to me what I've known all along. He said, Louise, I don't need to use you to do what I want to do, but I will use you because you've laid down your life for me. So here I am in the Hawke's Bay gearing up for the next event. This time I'm going to choose not to doubt, but to have faith, because we do what we do and God will do the rest. So maybe you're wondering where God is calling you. It's time to lay down your life, pursue Him, trust Him, and let Him lead you. It's time to step up, step out, and be unashamed.